Hey guys, this is John, and I'm playing Maestro ASK in the 3-minute pool in ICC. Maestro ASK is playing a line where he's offering to go into like a, I don't know, quick, I played him in this line actually, now that I think about it, but he's offering to go into some sort of like knight h3 to f2 system. I can take on e4 here, but he's going to take with his d-pawn, and after trade queens, if I take on e4, he has g4, is the thing. So I'm actually going to play e5 and kind of just play it slower. Let's just go knight bd7. Yeah, I played him in this setup before, strangely enough. I hope my bishop doesn't become out of play. Did this happen in the game that we played before too? It might have. I don't really recall at the moment. All right, I guess I'm going to take here and try to get like a decent position.
Check.
Can't believe this strategy could be good for him, but now I have to go queen e7 because if not,
check.
Bishop e7 would have ran into d6. So, yeah, this position is not so good for me, I don't think. Although it's messy, I don't know. I don't know if he intended it to get like this. I have to remember that he plays this weird-looking system. Okay, I like my position actually now because I've got threats on g4 and also c2. I don't think he wants to lose c2, so he'll probably take some measure to defend that. Probably c3, I'm guessing. Really? He's going to let me take that pawn, huh?
Check.
Surprised by that decision. I guess I would expect king d1 now. Because if he blocks, I think I can take on g4 pretty favorably. Yeah, I don't really agree with the way he's played this so far. I think with my development lead now, I should be getting a lot of pressure on his position. Who is this guy? Maestro ASK. I'm going to go knight e5. Yeah, knight e5 seems a little craftier, just to keep pressure on this pawn. Let me just check who this guy is. Alexei Kireev from Russia. Let's go knight c6. How about that? Just encourage that guy to go forward. I didn't have knight takes d4 last move because he could have gone king d3 and my knight would have been hanging and I would have wanted to win back that pawn. So, yeah, he's suffering from backward development pretty severely right now. Okay, I can go knight b4 check against that, so I will do that. Now, when he runs with his king, maybe just develop my bishop. Yeah, and maybe I can get rook e8 in real quick. Okay. So if I check king there, yeah, then my rook is hanging. It's not so good. I'll probably just knight d5. Material-wise, what do we have? Are we just dead equal? Yeah, we're equal on material. I'll just go back all the way. Knight e4 is probably a decent move for him right now. He's got to complete his development somehow. I guess I'll go bishop f4. No. Maybe. Yeah, bishop f4, sure. Let's do that. See if we can get him to initiate a trade. I don't think he will, though. His knight's a little bit loose on c4. So I would doubt that he does that. Maybe he'll play like b3, just to defend this knight further. Try to get me to take on c1. Okay, so there he's allowing me to take on c4. He takes d5. I take c1. We trade everything. I take on a3 at the end. That's not so clear, though. Don't know who that favors in actual fact. That's an interesting line, though. That king e4 move is so provocative. Yeah, it's just a very provocative move. I'm going to go for this. I'm going to go for this line. Then I'm going to give one check just to force his king back, and then I'm going to take here. And I hope I can advance my pawns pretty quick. I want to be speedy with these pawns. They are pretty speedy, actually. And once I get them connected, they're going to do some damage. Yeah, because now I can go g2, and after rook g1, I can play rook g3. That's got to be rough for him. Let's just go f6, first of all. Let's just play g5. I'm going to get these pawns connected is the thing. Just really want them connected. Yeah, this has got to be essentially winning for me. Go here, and then I play g2 and then f3. Kind of got to watch that pawn a little bit. Just so he can't go b6 and surprise me. Yeah, this is going to be over, though. Pawns are too strong. Once I get rook f1 in, it's over. I'll take that guy first.
Check.
Cut the king off just to be safe. Definitely capable of winning this. Yep, and here's Ein. Okay. Yeah, interesting rook endgame. When he played king e4 way back on move, when was it? Wasn't quite sure if I should go for this rook endgame. But I am up a pawn. It's just like I have double g pawns. That was my slight misgiving, and my pawns are not that far advanced. But let's have a look. I realized once he played that f4 move, I think it was, I realized that I think I've been in this position before. I had a real sense of deja vu. So, you know, black could just take on e4 and try to just play this endgame, but I get the feeling that's the point of his opening plays. Like maybe he enjoys playing queenless middle games like this, so I didn't necessarily want to go for that. So that's why I did knight f6, trying to keep more tension in the position. Probably bishop g4 just like isn't that good of a move. It falls in line with his plan of playing f3. I think next time I play him, I might do something wacky here, like h5, just to take him out of his comfort zone. It's kind of what I'm thinking. That would be interesting. And then try to force his knight to f3 in order to address h4, which I don't think he likes putting his knight on f3. So that would be interesting. And actually, knight f3 would not even be a good move here. I would just take on e4. And he could play something like e5, though, and try to take it to some sort of funky position. I don't even know what you would call this sort of position. But I need an anti-maestro ASK strategy, basically. Yeah, because I think this position, actually, after knight bd7 and then g4, bishop g6, f4, I think this position is not so good for black. It gets teetering on the brink of problematic for me. Engine seems to think I'm okay. What about after the move I played in the game? Take.
Check.
E takes d5 check. Yeah, and the problem is I can't go bishop e7 because of d6, and I just lose a piece in the game. So that's no good. So I had to play queen e7, after which it gets messy.
Check.
I am surprised by the way he played it, though. I didn't think he would want to take on c6 when it allows me to play rook c8. And I definitely didn't think he'd want to give me the c2 pawn. I think that was a clear mistake. Yeah, the engine hates that decision. Probably what he should do is just take on f4, like right about here. And leave me with that c6 weakness. That's not a pawn that I want to, like, assign my rook to defend and waste a tempo defending. So I wouldn't be happy having to play rook c8 here. So it was good for me that he did this, and I got rook c8 in. And now my pieces are super active. I'm ahead in development. Material's equal. His pawns are weaker than mine, though. I have 2 pawn islands. He has 3, plus 2 isolated pawns. Yeah, I'm sure I missed some decent moves here. But overall, I got the sense that I was always pressing here. Yeah, knight d5. Rook back to c8. Thought after bishop f4 it might be best for him to just do a move like this to defend the knight, and then see if I will take on f4, which kind of helps his development, gets his rook to the c file. Engine still seems to prefer black, like f6, control the e5 square. But this is a lot less clear than what happened in the game, I think. So he played king e4, and probably spent a little bit too much time. I burned like half my time on this decision. But I think I made the right call. Going into this endgame where I win the h5 pawn.
Check.
I gave a check first. He went here, then I took. Hard to say if this endgame is winning or not, because my pawns are rather slow, and he's already got a passed d pawn plus potential on this wing. But the thing is, like in these positions, if you spend too long trying to defend against your opponent, advancing their pawns, you can get in trouble real quick. That said, it looks like rook g1 would have been a good idea for him. The engine's top move here. That stops me from moving the f-pawn because I would lose the g-pawn, and it also stops the g-pawn in its tracks. Yeah, so, I mean, he probably knows from experience that your best chance when you have competing passed pawn masses in an endgame like this is to advance your passed pawn mass quicker. That's usually the best case policy, but I guess here it would have been better for him to expend one tempo, rook g1, in order to make it awkward for me to advance these pawns, which it definitely seems to be. I mean, how do I do it? I have to play rook h6 to get the f-pawn going, but even then I can't move the g-pawn. Because as played, I get to move them in tandem. I push my g-pawn as far as it'll go first. And it's reaching like a critical stage for him. Yeah, now once these pawns get connected, it's over. They're irresistible. Yeah, this g plus f-pawn mass. Yeah, I probably didn't quite play it in the best possible way here, but it was good enough. It's going to cost him a rook at least. Yeah, they just advance on their own accord. F plus G plus rook.
Check.
So, interesting game. I definitely have to remember to play a bit differently against Maestro ASK in the future to address this really weird F3, Knight H3, F2 strategy. It's just bizarre that I can't get an advantage against this line. I play like normal moves and then I end up with a worse position. Maybe take on e4 is the best move. Take, trade the queens. Check. Oh, and again, I can't take here because he has this g4 move, which is unfortunate. Both our pieces are under attack. But yeah, maybe what the engine suggests, just e5. It's a good move. Keep his knight out of f4, and the bishop looks a little silly on g2. I can see why black is completely fine here, if not slightly better. So, alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that game. I'll be back tomorrow with another Blitz game. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Bye.